Happy New Year,
everybody!
We're back. The Podsterz, episode 4.
Yes, episode 4. The Podsterz, where we stir shit up.
Since 2017.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 2018.
I know, where did last year go? It just flew by.
It really did. I mean, from one day to the next, it seems like weeks had passed.
Yeah, it went by fast.
Yeah.
Hope everybody had a jolly Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas as well. Santa was good to me this year.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah.
What did he get you?
I got some new podcast equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we sound about 10 times more professional this episode than the previous ones.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like we're in a hollowed out shell of a room or something.
No, before we had to sit and kind of scream into one microphone. Now we have a whole giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, up, up.
It's nice.
So, thank you, Santa.
Thank
From
you,
Michelle.
Santa.
And what?
Did you get the fuzz box?
I got the fuzz. Yes, I certainly got the fuzz box I so wanted.
Yes, that's awesome.
Not that we're sponsored, but let me just say that the fur coat fuzz from Orange Amplification is da bomb. Maybe later on, next episode or something, we'll terrorize you with a sample.
Oh my god. Yay!
Woohoo!
Christmas time was chaotic.
It was chaotic and stressful. But fun.
Yeah, it's stressful. I mean, it was awesome because we got, to spend time with family and spend money on them. Way too much money on them.
We only had to work, not a full work week.
Yeah, that was
so
really nice.
I stayed busy and productive with some fun projects.
Yep, I spent some time with my niece and nephew, which was awesome, but also just freaks me out.
Why?
Because kids are so erratic, and I am not used to that.
Thank God we have dogs.
Yes, I'm so glad. When my niece and nephew left, I was so happy to go home to my dogs. It's so sad.
Speaking of kids, you had a fun story from work. And we did put a question out there in internet land too.
Oh, yes. My coworker had a date. This was back in December. She was preparing for a date on a Friday night, and she was telling us all about this guy that she was going to date. She had planned for her kids to go spend the night at a friend's house while she goes Christmas shopping. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a pretty nifty way of putting your adult playtime. Christmas shopping, if it's the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's very clever.
It cracked us up, and we did post the question on our Facebook page, the Podsterz.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call it?
I don't know what I would call it.
I don't know what I would call it either. If our children was anything like the rest of the members in the household, I would probably say that I'd have to go to Guitar Center or Home Depot.
Yeah.
The sheriff, however, did get back to us on that question. And he's asking if it wouldn't be a whole lot easier to send the children away, giving them enough dough to buy ice cream at the ice cream parlor or whatever. Because frankly, I don't think I'd like them to be at home. Otherwise, it appears that the parents would leave, but go where? A hotel room? It's a very good question. Some parents might like the whole idea of playing in a hotel room.
Yeah, it's a nice little getaway. It takes you away from your mundane everyday bedroom, I guess.
True.
Kind of spice it up a little.
I guess.
Okay, this conversation is it's taking a turn for the worse right now.
Yeah, let's ring it all back in.
Reel it back into the holidays.
Well, actually, and good joyous news for the new year. As of this episode, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud,
Podbean, and Buzzsprout. That's BUZZSPROUT. And all you have to do is search for the Podsterz.
But don't worry, because we did put a survey out too, what your favorite streaming platform is, and 100% votes came in saying that it is YouTube, and we're not going anywhere, so you can still check us out there. Another good thing too is we're trying to get you guys to interact more with us, because frankly, being passive kind of sucks. You guys are great listeners, but you don't communicate good with us. So we created a little closed Facebook group that is linked through our page, the Podsterz. And if you want to gain membership, you just let us know. That way you guys can post without the rest of the world knowing. Because we have heard that we say what you guys think.
Exactly.
Since we're a bit confrontational, calling the president a cunt and stuff like that, maybe you don't want the whole world to know that that's what you're thinking. So now we have this closed group where the only people who can see what you're posting are the people in the group. And if they're in there, they're like-minded.
That's awesome news. That we're expanding.
We certainly are. And tell your friends, family, co-workers, tell everybody to go like us, check us out. The more listeners we get, the more fancy equipment we can get, the better we sound, and the more you're going to want to hear of us.
The more accessibility you have to us as well.
Yep. Speaking of this episode, I feel that it's about time to leave Christmas land behind. I'm Christmased out.
Yes, no more Christmas.
This episode, we don't have an interview. But we do have a bullshit of the week, and, wait.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit of the week has got to be the stormtrooper bitches.
Wait, what?
They're the girls out there that walk around in their riding boots. They're ill-fitted riding boots nonetheless.
Not just the ill-fitted riding boots, they're ill-fitted pants.
Ill-fitted pants. I mean, they just wear it all wrong, too. There's some girls that can really pull it off, and they do it right.
Few girls, but some do. But most of them, first off,
the majority of the people out there wearing those boots shouldn't be wearing them.
No. And a majority of the stormtrooper bitches should just learn how to walk.
Right. I mean,
waddle is what babies do.
But that's for any type of
that goes for any type of shoe or high heel for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, this whole Frankenstein walk you girls put up,
it's hilarious.
Not becoming.
It's very hilarious.
That's what it is.
Because I mean, I can sit at my desk and watch people walk by, and there's people, these women wearing these riding boots that just don't look right on them, and then they're fumbling around trying to walk in the shoes as well, and it's like, oh my god, I feel so embarrassed for them.
Yeah, and tip number one, well, number two, because number one is learn how to walk. Mm-hmm. Number two, if you're gonna try and pull that off, you have to wear tight pants. When you wear your regular everyday mommy jeans over it,
oh my
I mean, what the fuck? Did you just partake in a British fox hunt?
I have not seen the mommy jeans with that yet.
You've clearly missed something.
Okay, well, maybe
keep an eye out.
All right.
Basically, please, girls, don't be stormtrooper bitches.
Just because it's a cute fashion doesn't necessarily mean that it's your style. You do you, but make sure you do you well.
Well put. Well put. Today's episode of is all about spell check, knowing your phrases, etc.
Mm-hmm.
People, everybody under 30 claim to have gone to college. Don't they teach you grammar? Number one.
Number one.
It makes me furious when I read posts and you guys write should of. There is no such thing. Should, could, would, of does not exist. It's not slang. It's just incorrect.
See, that's what I tried to defend you guys by saying that it's slang. It's shorthanded text.
No,
whatever.
it's you guys being too reliant of your little spell check on your cell phones. And keep in mind, it's not always correct.
Yeah. I've been victim to the spell check.
But I don't think you've ever pulled a should of. Just think for a second. Things can be made of things.
Yes.
If you should, could, or would, the word following should be have.
Yes.
Should have been made of would be correct. Try and say it the other way around, and you won't even complete a full sentence. Now, as for it being some sort of slang, the example that was brought up was, what about y'all? The little Texas y'all thing. Well, break it down. It basically means
you all.
Now, we're gonna try and be funny and cool and write it the way we say it. So, Y-A-L-L. Makes sense. If you're gonna try and say shoulda, which would be the way people might pronounce it speaking, he should have done this and that, then you simply should add an A to the end of your should. Please don't rely on spell check, because there are times when you're trying to do something nice and you don't have your little cell phone around. When that happens, it goes down shit hill fast. Case in point, our lovely neighbors. I walked by and their window says, ho ho ho, Satana was here. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not devil worshippers. And I'm pretty sure they didn't try to tell everybody that Satan, or the female version, Satana, was there. I'm sure that they just tried to say Santa was there.
It's so funny, though, because I had seen it when we're walking the dogs at night or when we're passing by to get the mail. And it's like, I keep looking at it and I'm like, okay, it's maybe because I don't have my glasses on or I'm just illiterate or something. I don't know. And why would anybody post that?
Right.
On the side of their house, it's a huge thing. So
they should have not done that.
You better check yourself before you text yourself.
Yeah, seriously though, here's a good advice, whether or not you have that useless paper from a college or not. Get off YouTube, get off Facebook, get off all these little memes and dancing cats once in a while, and just read a book. If you just read a newspaper or a book, that paper thing, it's a bunch of papers that are kind of glued together. And usually they have some sort of illustration on front, and then there's a bunch of words there. If you actually took time to read every now and then, you wouldn't need to rely on your dumb cell phone spell check. As we said, it's not always reliable. Satana was here.
That's Chris's PSA for the day.
Yep.
Your little wait moment is exactly what I wanted to ask people, is that what are your hangups about social media? And obviously Chris's hangup about social media is that people misuse their grammar and end up making themselves look like fools. That's Chris's hangup. My hangup is that everybody's on it and nobody's living. You know what I mean? They're just controlled by their phone. Everywhere I turn, somebody's got their phone in their face or their earbuds in their ears, walking around doing whatever they have to do throughout the day.
Worst thing is, I get, if you have to walk and you put earbuds in, it's okay. But seriously, we were talking about Christmas earlier.
Yeah.
Christmas events. Bunch of people there. And none of y'all are talking to each other. Everybody sits there on their damn cell phones.
Right.
Get off them. I've said that before, and as long as we're running the Podsterz, you'll hear about it. Put down your fucking cell phones if you're in company of others. If you can't enjoy the company, don't bother showing up.
Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous. There's 30 grown people, And everybody's sitting around on their cell phone doing their individual God knows what.
Yeah, I've been to parties where there's people over 40 sitting around a table just staring at their cell phones. And it just infuriates me. I'm like, you guys have to interact, have to talk to each other. We're at a social event.
Yeah, I think that's the point of having a social event or a party. Call it what you want.
It's to socialize.
Yes.
And
if
as
I don't
much
want
as
to
I
socialize,
hate doing it, if I'm going to get my ass out there to socialize, I better socialize with people instead of sitting around at a table watching people scroll through Facebook or Twitter or...
Yeah, I think that's my next mission. I'm going to start bringing a little hammer with me everywhere I go. And if there's social events where all you douchebags sit around with your phones, prepare to get them crushed.
That would be nice to do, wouldn't it? Just...
Oh, I get that urge every time I sit around and there's like 5 grown-ups just sitting there staring at their screens. Or same thing, everywhere you go, people have to have the TV turned on, blaring loud.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
get
you guys
that.
socialize? Don't you have anything to talk about with each other?
Obviously not.
Not.
Their main method of communication is staring at a screen. Because that's all people know how to do these days.
Tip of the week, learn to do something. Work with your hands, work with your mind, paint a picture, do a little nice woodworking project.
Mm-hmm. When my niece and nephew were here, they were just glued to their little Samsung tablets, and I was trying to interact with them, trying to talk to them, ask them how school is and stuff, but they were so glued to those stupid tablets. They didn't want to do anything. And I mean, Christmas is a beautiful time of year. We don't get to see them very often. So it's like, come on, kids, turn off your tablets, turn off your cell phones. I mean, the parents and grandparents and stuff like that too, they got to put those cell phones down because you're missing out on the moments, the special moments that happen during the holidays, because you're too busy either trying to take a picture of it or taking a selfie or posting something on Facebook.
Or just looking at dancing cats or something. It's so ridiculous. I've been doing a nice little project for the past couple of days, and once it's done and tested out, I'll let you guys know more. But I haven't spent all day and all night in front of a screen getting stupid. I've been out there in the cold, learning how to use tools that I haven't used before. I learned how to Tolix cabinet. I've learned a bunch of stuff.
Do you think cell phones were created? This is a conspiracy theory of mine. Do you think cell phones were created in order to pacify the general public?
I don't
It's
think
like-
the original, like, heavy as a brick big cell phone, I don't think that was created for that purpose.
Wasn't the initial intent for
Not
it.
the
But
initial
like all
intent,
these
but I
new
think that
cell phones, like the Androids
yes, I
and stuff.
totally think it is to just subdue the general public.
Yeah.
Just like my theory on sports and beer. It's kind of like the old Roman days when the leaders threw these elaborate parties with what's it called? I forget the word.
Gladiators?
Yeah, the gladiator games and free wine
And the
to the people in the
Colosseums.
Colosseum and everything, so that people would just sort of look at that and not care about what was going on in the big picture.
Yeah, ignore what was actually troubling society.
Right. And yeah, seriously, I think today's both cell phones, all these way too frequent sport events on TV, all that is to just pacify the public. As long as there's a football game and some Bud Light, we're all good. Let
Yeah.
the world go to hell. I don't care. Wake up, people. Interact. As always, please feel free to interact with us. You can send us an email, comment on the Facebook page, or now join the group, and that way you don't comment in public. But
Yeah.
please, get off your butts. Stop just being passive consumers, and let us know if you're starting New Year, New Me. For us, it's New Year, same old us. But if you guys fall for this whole New Year, New Me, what kind of projects and stuff are you going to be doing this year?
Yeah, and resolutions, Post your resolutions if you want. I don't think I have a resolution, never even really contemplated one for 2018.
I've never contemplated a resolution. It's just another thing that you kind of have to try and follow through. We have a hard time enough following through doing the podcast.
Yeah, it is very hard for us. I don't like resolutions because you're setting like long-term goals, and I'm not a long-term goal person. I always I always set short-term goals. That way it's easier for me to accomplish something that leads up to something good.
Yeah, that, and I don't know, New Year's resolution is just another thing you're supposed to do but not follow through on. So I'm like you, I'd rather set goals and I just follow through on them throughout the year. One of which you will hear more about soon.
You don't want to follow the rest of the herd, Chris?
No, I'm good.
Okay, guys. Well, I think that about does it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the subjects. And again, like Chris said, feel free to comment. Email us at podsterz@gmail.com. We can post it on our YouTube if you want, or if you want to remain anonymous, let us know and we'll discuss your issues or topics.
Yes, and reminder, because we got nothing on that either. Don't forget that if you need to ask the Angry Swede anything about anything, send in the question. We'll make the segment happen. Yeah,
you passive people. I mean, I'm such a passive person, and it gets to the point where I think I get anxiety because I bottle it all up into the point where I just want to explode. So this is the way for you guys to let out that energy. It shouldn't be bad energy. It's just, everything that's on your mind, sometimes that you really don't get to speak your mind on. Let this be your outlet.
Yeah, this is our outlet, and if you can't tell, it's not like it has to be earth-shattering or innovative or anything. I mean, we complain about riding boots and social media. It can be what other people find mundane, but when things eat away at you, it sucks.
It's obviously something that bothers you, so let us know what it is, and maybe we can talk it down for you.
Right.
We'll be your therapist. No, just kidding. We're not qualified.
Certainly not.
Feel free to say whatever you want. I know I've gotten a lot of reviews from people in passing when they talk to me. They love the podcast. It's everything that they're thinking, which is awesome.
And even if it's not what you're thinking, then let us know that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So
until next time.
Take care. Next time.
Take care of each other and
take care of yourself.
And we'll talk to you guys later.
And take care of your family too.
Till next time, we'll bid you adieu.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye for now. So long. Until next time. Bye.
Goodbye from Melis.
Puss och kram.